hotter than Roizzy, nigga, prove that shit. He say he gon' show me when he see me, hope he do that shit. I don't give a fuck about a hoe up in this motherfucker. I fuck with some real niggas, but it's a lot of mega busters. Niggas think they hotter than Roizzy, nigga, prove that shit. He say he gon' show me when he see me, hope he do that shit. I don't give a fuck about a hoe up in this motherfucker. I fuck with some real niggas, but it's a lot of mega busters. It's a lot of mega buster niggas all up in my city saying that you do, but I know you ain't really fucking with it. You don't fuck with IHP, then you do not deserve to live. And niggas think they copping up, but they ain't even forming. Shit, I don't forget, don't forgive. I put you on my cross. I listen. Niggas focus on winning games, and we built for the championship. Yeah, hell yeah. I look at niggas like some hoes, and niggas got a problem with Roizzy, but won't say it though. You act like it's beef, know where I be, but you ain't pulling up. Keep it on the internet, the only place they think you tough. Bodie click the army, IHP, we be the fucking Navy. Niggas shake my hand like shit be cool, deep down they fucking hate me. Heard you was a lame sucker nigga up in high school. Fuck that, ain't nobody cool. Weak ass, jealous ass niggas know they ain't down. You done met your match, bitch. Now Roizzy gonna clown. Niggas think they hotter than Roizzy, nigga, prove that shit. He say he gon' show me when he see me, hope he do that shit. I don't give a fuck about a hoe up in this motherfucker. I fuck with some real niggas, but it's a lot of mega busters. Niggas think they hotter than Roizzy, nigga, prove that shit. He say he gon' show me when he see me, hope he do that shit. I don't give a fuck about a hoe up in this motherfucker. I fuck with some real niggas, but it's a lot of mega busters.
All right. I broke a promise. But before I address the promise that was broken, I want to welcome everybody to episode 21 of this excellent thing that we call the Head of Lettuce podcast. Of course, I am Romaine Lettuce. I mean, who the fuck else would I be? It's the same motherfucker that's been here for all these episodes. It's me, of course. This is why you're tuning in for the Head of Lettuce. Pause. Yeah, the promise was broken was that I wasn't going to play any more songs at the beginning of the show. It's been a hard week, man. Life be life, and sometimes I can't pretend like I just got free time all the time to just do the things that I want to do. That would be awesome. That was called childhood. I wish I could go back. But since I am an adult and I'm not a child, I got responsibilities, things that must be done. And then once those responsibilities and things that must be done are taken care of, I'm what they call tired. And man, I be tired. So sometimes I got to get my rest, man. So I can't always do exactly what I want to do. And this, yet again, was another 7-day week for me. No off days this week, or for the past 7 days for me at least. So I'm not off again until tomorrow. So I really haven't had the time to do the things that I really wanted to accomplish when it comes to these things. So I apologize to those who give a fuck, which I'm sure is only me. And so sorry, me. I forgive you, bro. Oh, awesome of you. But yeah, that was Mega Buster, man. That was a song that I did back during the Mega Man time. That was gonna be on the DLC, which was gonna be bonus songs and stuff and extra songs that was for the be on the Mega Man. That was the only one that I ever did to it. I just felt like that was, I was overdoing the video game theme. I never really kept up with it. And even doing a DLC thing was like, all right, that's a little too much. So I scrapped that idea. But it was a good idea at first, but in retrospect. But that was Mega Buster, produced by Ezrock. Man, right before this podcast started today, I was, rolling up. I try not to roll up during the show, even though sometimes I have to. I was rolling up and I had a little cotty from work earlier, like a little quarter of a blunt. So I blazed that motherfucker up and I hit it so hard that I literally threw up. It's crazy. I was coughing and I threw up. Vomit. It was nasty and unexpected and rare. And I'm like, damn, do I need to smoke? Yes. Yes, I do. But yeah, that was, yeah. So I'm trying to get this taste up out of my mouth because I really didn't have time. This was like literally like 8:58, and I like to start the podcast promptly at 9 p.m. So at 8:58, I was coughing and up chucking a little bit. But so that little tingle in your throat when you vom a little bit. And I always got my drink with my extra ice, right? No, that's not my neck. It's not the ice around my neck. Calm down. But the ice in my cup, because I keep me a cup, and no, not alcohol. It's always juice. Always juice. What kind of juice? Well, today we got a concoction. This is cranberry, grape, and apple juice. I call it cran apple grape. I'm sure there's actually a juice out there like that, but I made it for me because I like it. And it's somewhat working. So, but on to today's topics. If you haven't seen my community post on the YouTube page, that means you're not subscribed to me, first of all. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So when I do make community posts, you can see that shit if you be on YouTube like that. So, but yeah, subscribe. But like I said on the community post, this month, this being the first of the month, wake up, wake up, wake up, cash your checks and come on. And it being June, the month that harbors the greatest and least acknowledged holiday of them all, and it is Father's Day. This is going to be a month about parenting and the joys and the disappointments and all that comes with parenting, at least from my perspective, and from my coming this August 20 years of parenting. Come this August, I will be 20 years a parent. So I've been doing this for 20 years. So I got a little experience. In this episode, I'm going to talk about being a girl dad and, because I don't know what it's like to be a boy dad. I got a son, but I got a son. I got 3 daughters, 4 children. Do the math. Did you do it? Okay. That's because I got 3 daughters and 1 son. So I'm a girl dad. Now, I think I like to attribute I would say, I don't remember the term girl dad before, and I will say that this man has coined the phrase, to me at least, because I don't remember even hearing about it before this man, but the late, great Kobe Bean Bryant, not only did he coin the phrase girl dad as far as I remember, but he also made it uberly famous because of his untimely demise. The fact that he was a girl dad and he was so, focused on his daughters, and that he passed away with one of his beautiful children That's such a sad thing to think about now. I mean, it was always sad, but man, what a sad day. But because of Kobe Bean Bryant, the term girl dad, or any dad, like, you know what I mean? Like before girl dad, the only thing that was remotely close to anything like that would be cat mom. You know what I mean? But I'm a girl dad. But being my my nephews, see, my nephews came over and they was over for the past 2.5 weeks, almost a month, right? Um, and when they left, man, well, whenever they come, I love my nephews. I love having them around. It's an exciting time for me because it gives me the opportunity, because they're so young, to exhibit my boy dad qualities. And I always say to my wife, I'll be like, I wonder what life would be like and what kind of man I would be if I was a boy dad. Not to say that I don't love the man that I am today. Of course, not fully, you know. We all have our flaws and we all have things we wish we could change. And you're lying if you don't. But I feel like I'm a little bit more in touch with my feminine side due to the fact that I do have daughters and I have to be softer in certain situations. Certain situations where I wish I could just say shut the fuck up and, you know what I mean, walk it off, or, you know what I mean, quit being a bitch. I mean, and I'm being honest, like, I mean, like, come on now. But because they're girls, I have to be like, oh, and I have to listen, and I have to, you know, I essentially have 4 wives. It's like I got to listen to everything, and I got to really pay attention. I have to really get feedback. Like with my sons, if I was to have them, I would be like, after a certain age, of course, I would be like, hey man, I'm just sucking shit, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not even trying to hear that shit, man. Get the fuck on with that shit, man. Don't come at me with that shit. And stuff like that, you know what I mean? I mean, you still crying about some shit like that, bro? Like, come on, bro. It's so refreshing to, I don't know. Excuse me. Not just those situations, but like, would I know more about cars? Would I be, I mean, well, I'm very much into sports, so I can see that intensifying. But you know, the things that men do that I don't have to do because I got daughters. You know what I mean? I'm allowed to, you know what I mean, be a little less testosterone based, if that's a good way of putting it. I assume so. I don't know, but yeah, man. I often think about that, especially when my nephews come around. But there's certain men in the world, I feel like people get, when it comes to children, what they need. And I got exactly what I asked for, which is exactly what I needed. God just sprinkled in a son. Because I always wanted daughters. I wanted daughters, 3 daughters. I always wanted, well, I at least wanted 2. Back when I was a kid, my mother can attest. I always wanted to be the father of daughters. My excuse back then was, and this was the truth, seeing the deterioration of what was the lady, or the woman that was back in the day. She died in the 90s. FYI. The late 90s, early 2000s, she died off. And that's just a traditional woman. I seen that coming, and I told my mama, I was like, yo, I want to raise ladies. I want to show that it is still possible to raise a lady. Like the great Andre 3000 song goes, behold a lady. Behold a lady. I see you staring at wow. Clap, clap, you deserve it all. Mm-hmm. When you're dealing with a lady, it's totally different. And I want it to be the father of that, which I can say I have so far succeeded at. My daughters are respectable young ladies. They ain't hoes. They ain't secret hoes. My daughters are very respectable, very respected young ladies. They ain't fighters. They just ladies, young ladies. And I'm very proud of that fact. I can't take all the credit, of course not. I mean, for that'd be like a woman saying, I raised a man. No, the fuck you didn't. I don't know the slightest thing about womanhood. I just put my 2 cents in as a man and try to guide my daughters away from horrible niggas like me. And that's crazy to think about. Also, when you become a girl dad, you look yourself in the mirror, which is why I say that God gives you what you need. Like I said, I wanted 3 daughters. I got my 3 daughters. And then God said, let me show you what you really want. Which is the sons. Because after I had my son, I was shooting for another son. And I got 2 daughters after that. And I'm not upset. I was very upset at my last child, my baby Phoenix, whom I love more than anything, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Knowing who I got now, I want my baby, of course. But during the ultrasound for Phoenix, I knew, I knew by the way my wife's belly was sitting. I just knew that I had me a son up in there, man. I knew it. I remember going to the ultrasound. This is the hardest time I've ever had fighting tears in my life, because I didn't want to upset my wife. I didn't want her to be upset, because she knew I wanted a boy. But we went to the ultrasound, and they doing the ultrasound, and the doctor is circling what I think is a penis. And I'm looking at the same spot I didn't know it. So I'm looking at me and the doctor looking the same. She was like, yep, it's unmistakable. And I'm like, it sure is. I'm thinking that's a penis right there. And she's like, there's the vagina. Bro, my heart sank, nigga. My heart sank, and I was crushed. I was devastated for multiple reasons. First of all, because I knew that was going to be my last child. First of all, Phoenix was a surprise child anyway. She came at the perfect time, of course. Um, Possibly saved our marriage. Um, but it crushed me, bro. I wanted Phoenix to be Philip. Excuse me. That was going to be her name if she was a boy. Um, but yeah, when that ultrasound, bro, I put on, like my wife could tell. Like I see her looking at me, and I could see the sadness in her face because she's seen the sadness in my face. And I was trying to smile. She's like, "You happy, babe?" I was like, "Of course, man. Listen, I wanted to run out that room and bawl. Inside, I was bawling. Like I wasn't just cry. I was boo hooing inside, bro, because I knew the dream was over. But like I said, I wouldn't change it for the world. I love my baby girl. I love the fact that I have 3 daughters because I'm eternally taken care of. I don't see a world where my daughters and I will fall apart or fall out and our relationship will deteriorate to the point where we ain't talking no more or nothing like that. So, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm in good hands with man. When I get sick, when I get sick in my home, I am extremely taken care of. Everybody but my son is there to aid me, make sure I'm all right. My pillow's fluffed. You know what I'm saying? Am I cold? Am I hot? You know what I'm saying? Do I need more medicine? Am I hungry? Is my feet feeling good? All these things. Daughters and wife, but daughters taken care of. My eldest child will come from her own home just to check on her father. Beautiful. Those things wouldn't happen with sons, so those are things that I'm happy about. Being a girl dad, the things that you think about when you, because I remember my first daughter. I remember the first thing this is quite literally one of the first things that I thought about when she was born. Was you're going to break my heart. I don't know if I said that out loud, but I said you're going to break my heart. And then she hasn't broken my heart yet. Well, she has, but not like that. Hold on. My kids, I can't take it. They just doing a little too much. And see, girl dad. This is the joys of it. I can tell that they're practicing their little cheerleading stuff. So let me go and yell real quick. Hold on. Bear with me. Wow. Sorry. Never had to do that before in the history of the podcast, so I figured this being an episode about parenting and the fact that they know that it's fucking podcast Monday and that they actually do that shit pisses me off. So I had to go upstairs, and all I really did was just wave my fist in the air like a old cartoon character or something. And the look of fear in their eyes is unmistakable, but that's also a great joy of being a dad. Is being able to make commands without actually saying a thing. The dad look, I can say, hey, and everything will be all right. But yeah, I had to do that. And they were literally up there cheerleading, practicing right above my head. One thing that I can say is I'm pretty sure you guys didn't hear that, because I often say, if you can hear what's going on in the background, or if you can't hear what's going on in the background, then I've made a good investment in these microphones. And I go back and listen to the episodes, and I'm trying my hardest to hear what's going on in the background. Sometimes I can't, but for the most part, I can't. So I have made a good investment in these microphones, if I do say so myself. So I'm proud of that fact. So, like I said, you might not have heard what was going on in the background, but whether you hear it or not, it drives me insane knowing that it's happening in the background. So, and that time, I usually I can talk and text and be like, hey, shut the fuck up, while I'm actually, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody in the group chat and everybody sees it and somebody like, hey, Dad's podcast and blah, blah, blah. But regardless, I had to handle that real quick. I apologize. And I'm rambling on about it. But being taken care of is a great perk of being a girl dad. That is an added bonus. The fear of the heartbreak, which is getting pregnant, being a hoe, you know what I mean, catching your daughter on the pole, any pole, except for the firefighter's pole. And even then, I wouldn't want my daughter to be a firefighter. What type of shit? So yeah, you know what I mean? These are the fears that a father has. But one thing I can't say this for certain, because I know some girls that have good fathers that I think they are good, at least I think they're good fathers, and they still hoes. Or, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I would say that being active in their lives means something. I'm sure that means that goes for all children in most situations, but definitely with girls and their relationships. There it is, baby. There it is. But their relationship with men in particular. And I would assume that their relationships with their mothers shape their relationships with women as well. So that's just something to keep in mind. At least it's something I've learned. And with each child, it's a learning process. I'm doing better with my middle child in her teenage years than I did with my eldest child in her teenage years. And that was a learning process. That was figuring out how to deal with the teenage girl and the attitude and the mood swings and I was thinking something was really wrong. Like something is seriously wrong here. She's not talking to me. It's been a whole week since I've seen my daughter. What have I done? So I would try to interject and be like, hey, I didn't know that's how girls, teenage girls especially, roll. So I always did. I knew for a fact. Now I can gauge. It's like I got a timeline. I know the template. You know what I mean? So my middle child is a fresh 14. This is my last year of hugs and kisses and love until she's about 18. Because 15, 16, 17, yeah, she's going to hate me. Not necessarily hate me, but I'm not going to be her favorite person. Not all the time, at least. And there's going to be literal weeks where I won't see her. I mean, there's days where I'll see her now because she's a girl, especially during her girly times. You know what I mean? Which is also something you got to deal with. Mood swings are very, very real. Come pick me up from school. It's an emergency. Why? Just come pick me up. Okay. Stuff like that. But I wouldn't trade any of this for anything. I'm telling you. Would it have been awesome to be like my brother and be strictly a boy dad? My brother has 4 sons. Shout out to my nephews. Like I look at my brother and I used to be jealous sometimes. I'd be like, man, you got all these boys, man. Like a perfect example. Like my dude Jeff. My dude Jeff Ramon. He got a daughter first. His first child was a daughter. And I think that God did that in the right order. He has 1 daughter, his oldest child, and 2 sons. Thank God, all with the same woman. I forgot his lovely woman's name, and please forgive me if you ever listen to this, Jeff. Shout out to you and your lady. I think Jeff had a daughter first to calm him down, because daughters will calm you down and make him realize what was important in life. And then he had his sons several years later. And Jeff always said, man, I'm going to take my boys is going to the league. Like Jeff is one of them guys who super football minded, right? Like we used to play Madden. I beat Jeff one time in Madden. And he was pissed. And he basically studied me, you know what I mean, and beat me. I mean, I never beat him again. Jeff always had that coach mindset. He used to always say, man, let me be the coach. I remember we used to watch the Bengals games and stuff. So Jeff, and now he's a youth football coach. And I do believe he coaches his sons, at least one of them. William and Robbie, man. Shout out to little Robbie and William, man. Robbie has my birthday, so that boy, I'll never forget that. One of his sons shares my birthday, January 2nd. So shout out to little Robbie. Shout out to William. Shout out to Jeff. Jeff is an example of a man who got the sons that he wanted, and he's doing exactly what he wanted to do. And it is one of the one things where I'm like, man, like I look at Jeff, not in envy, not in jealousy, but like in awe. In awe. I'm like, wow, that must feel great. And like I said, I used to be jealous of my brother and the fact that he had all his sons. And then I come to find out that my brother and his wife been trying for daughters. And they really wanted a daughter. And they love my daughters. Like I got more girls than anybody in my family. I am the girl maker. So, like both my brother and my sister. My sister has 1 daughter. My other sister has no daughters. My brother has no daughters. And I have 3 daughters. My mother has a bunch of grandsons, which she don't trip about. My mother loves boys. She's always been a boy mom and a boy grandmom. Though she loves her granddaughters too, but that's not her forte. She's definitely a boy mom. But girl dad, man. I am a girl dad, man. And I love my daughters tremendously. I walk in the house and they still excited to see me. I talk to them. I try to talk to them. I mean, we've fallen off. I can't act like we haven't. My eldest and I. But at the same time, like I said, she's an adult. She's living life. I know she talks to her mother every day. I'm no woman. I'm not the best conversationalist, even with my children. Like I said, it's like having multiple wives. How was your day? How was work? You know what I mean? You know enough about me. But I try to talk to my daughters every day. I at least tell them I love them every day. Not to leave my son out in all of this. My son is definitely present in all of this, but I'm just here to explain the girl dad dynamic of the situation because, yes, I'm a girl dad. And I wouldn't trade that for nothing. So, and next week, the plan is to have my beautiful daughter, Corey Sunshine, on here for her interview episode. So here's hoping that she accepts it was her idea first of all, but here's hoping that she accepts my invite and and comes to do the show next week. If not, then I will find another topic based in the parenting world to what the fuck to talk about. Will it be my son? I don't know. Yeah, there we go. That's what we gonna do. But I have a great song to end us off with this week. It's one of them ones from back in the day. It's another Cincinnati classic. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But it does have something to do with me because I'm gonna bring these boys back to I'm gonna at least give them some light today. I was one of them groups that I was like, yo, I want to work with these niggas. I never got a chance to. I don't know what happened to none of them. Last I remember, niggas was trying to kill them. But that's the Act Boys, man. Act Boys. ACTBOY to the Z. Price Hill niggas. And we gonna get into that styling from the Act Boys. This is a 15-year-old song. But these niggas was bait back in the day. But man, that's girl dad shit for y'all for today, man, for this month of June, which will be all about parenting. I don't know how many episodes I'm getting out of this month, but at least 3, right? So, especially since it's the first of the month right now, so I'm gonna guess 4 episodes. So, first episode, Girl Dad, episode 21. Hey. Thank y'all for tuning in, bro, as always, man. I do appreciate it. I don't know who was watching live, but shout out to the live tuner-inners. To those of you who catch me on the weekly episodes that I just upload to YouTube. I hope that you hit the like and subscribe button. Comment too, please. Just a LOL or emoji. I don't give a fuck. Thumbs up, 100 sign, whatever. All that shit helps the algorithm, and I mean it really helps the algorithm. So please engage with the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed and share and all that other good shit. I do appreciate it if you do. It's not required of you to enjoy the podcast, but like I said, help a brother out so I can keep this shit going. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean, employee morale type shit. You know what I mean? Pat me on the back, make me feel good about the job I'm doing. I'll work harder. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, I'll see y'all next week. And this is the Great Act Boys with Styling, produced by Big Dan. Oh, man, what a classic. What a classic. Hold on, let me get this shit together before I get started. And I'll see y'all next week, man. Peace.
Style. We is. Wow. Big Dan on the beat. On Island. Act Boys. We on. Okay. Styling. Everywhere I go, I'm steady styling. Sipping on that long, I feel like I'm on the island. We're ballin' like island. With more kings than the Shaolin. Home of the jungle, steady growling. Everywhere I go, I'm steady styling. Sipping on that long, I feel like I'm on the island. We ballin' like island. With more kings than the Shaolin. Home of the jungle, steady growling. Howling. Everywhere I go, I'm steady styling. Everywhere I go, I'm steady styling. Damn, Koofy wildin'. With more style than the stylist. Out the dungeon, sissy swaggin'. They know I'm the finest. You try us guys, emblems, your ride. Now Stony roll up that salad. We get that cheese, I still blue cheese and broccoli. I should make a salad. Rich and Italian. Chewy's going live on the Caribbean island. My swag on the latest, your swag been deflated. I'm always on that paper, why you minimum wage shit? They calling me the greatest, going home with the money, yeah, I touched all bases. Hall of Fame in the game, you still on the basis. Once the clips get empty, we reload it. Call it the Matrix, the whip high, I call it a spaceship. It's me, Koofy, and I'm
hard as some space shit.
Styling, everywhere I go, I'm steady styling. I'm sipping on that long, I feel like I'm on the island. We're ballin' like island. With more kings than the Shaolin. Home of the jungle, steady growling. Howling. Everywhere I go, I'm steady styling. I'm sipping on that long, I feel like I'm on the island. We ballin' like island. With more kings than the Shaolin. Home of the jungle, steady growling. I'm styling, I'm profiling, so you know I'm about to take off. Hit the kush one time, guarantee we take off. Couple shots of Henny, had them panties coming straight off. Looking at the wrist like, damn, what that shit cost. I told him more than you do, so you know I'm getting face off. Patron and that long got me gone, I'm a straight G. She say I'm the most valuable player, MVP. Crushing shit daily, and I'm strapped up like the Navy. And you know I got your lady, bitch, I'm styling. Styling. Everywhere I go, I'm steady styling. Sipping on that long, I feel like I'm on the island. We're ballin' like island. With more kings than the Shaolin. Home of the jungle, steady growling. Howling. Everywhere I go, I'm steady styling. Sipping on that long, I feel like I'm on the island. We ballin' like island. With more kings than the Shaolin. Home of the jungle, steady growling. Howling. For the money, I'm hungry. That's why I'm ballin' like Iverson in 03. Want some wet, nigga, ain't no controlling me. So I'm wildin', my money steady piling. You niggas keep fouling. Polo got me styling, they stomach still growling. Drinking liquor by the gallon. I'm shining like a diamond. I'm high, I'm flying. With the planes, get the thrax from the Ukraine. My flow, it kill. Yes, it's insane. That's why your ears in pain. And that whole y'all got me in both lanes. That's why your bitch wanna switch like LeBron James. Act Boys on the place so they know the name. Act. Styling, everywhere I go, I'm steady styling. Sipping on that long, I feel like I'm on the island. We're ballin' like island. With more kings than the Shaolin. Home of the jungle, steady growling. Howling, everywhere I go, I'm steady styling. Sipping on that long.